So, walking smoke. This one. Let's hop in our project. Let's make a new map. Let's call it somehow. Let's make a new one. Let's make it like 24 frames. 24 frames here. Let's save it over walk. Now we need to grab our small mockup. It was walk or walking. I think it was walking. I can see it, I can see it. This one. Yep. Let's grab it, 24 frames. Let's make a folder. Let's drop it over here. Let's pause it. Let's move something for a bit more comfort. So yeah, let's start. We need this guy. Let's drop him here. Let's put him in a group. Add a motion. Open the tab. Whoop. Now we see what's going on. I think around this would be enough. Let's drop another one. Let's add our point. Let's glue it over here. Add a point here. Open from the side. Drop it over here. Move our stuff. Something steady. Something like this, I think. Yeah. Move like one frame for a small transition. Let's add another one. Something like this. Copy this point. Drop it over here. Make the same thingy. Something fast. Like this. Yeah. Works pretty nice. And give it a full size. So yeah, now we have our animation. Let's save it again. Let's click on our stuff, export it as Alembic, do it a full. Let's call it for Marvelous Export. While it's exporting, we can open it. Yep. Now we can close this boy. And I think even this boy. And it's ready to use. So yeah, import Alembic tutorial. It was an older one, the new one, this one. Yep, 24, DAS. Yep. looks pretty good, but for working I think we can add a T-pose. T-pose we had in our last project, I think, in our tutorial, this one. Yep, I'll include all the pieces for some time economy, you know. Alt G, animate, T-pose, and now we can delete it. And what are we doing now? Let's drop a T-pose over here. Let's make it now bigger. Drop it over here. 10 frames. Grab our boy and start it from, whoops, something like that. So the first frame, yeah, the first frame is a T-pose and a transition, yeah. Now, we don't need this guy anymore. Let's export a comfortable version. For Marvelous 2, I think we can delete an older one. Almost ready, now it's ready. Yeah, import, drop it over here, hit OK. And for start, let's make it 10, 0, 0. Rotate it a bit, let's hit pans. Let's bring them here, bring this here, something like this. Cool panty looks. Yep, that looks good. Let's do it 10. Let's make them shorter. Let's grab these boys. Let's do it something like that. And something like that. See what we got. Let's make some style movements. Let's make a line around 7. Hit OK. Let's do the same here. 7. OK. Now let's cut and sew. Cut and sew. Let's grab them both. Make a bit smaller. Yep, it's getting better. Now let's get back to 3. Yep, something like that. You can make the belt like I did with these pieces, and after you cut them, you can use a free sewing, sew all them to one piece. And the same over here, drop here, and to the part. But I'll just drag all these pieces on our avatar. Something like this, steady, and steady. Whoop. Now our pants fits. So yeah, let's change material on something more realistic. Let's change the color. something like that. Give it a look. Looks pretty good. Let's make it like layer -1. Drop it over here, drop a quick t-shirt. I don't want to save a project, I want to add. Let's make some tweaks, like this. This one, like this. And something steady. It should work fine. Maybe a bit lower. Something like this. Drop a preview. Yep. Sits pretty cool. Let's make it a bit wider. Something like this, this. Let's move those boys over here. They're connected, so when I change the one, it changes automatically. Wider, maybe like this. And don't forget that it all sits on a layer, on a top layer. Let it be like that. Let's just change the distance. Yep, it's okay. We can add a little bit more wideness. And also let's change the material, change the color. Take a look what we've got. Yep, works pretty good. I think we can hop on a UV, grab all our pieces, align them to center, to middle, make them bigger, drop it over here, something quick, animation. Let's go to stable. If you want like a super cool simulation, you can add like more simulations. Also, I wanted to reduce or add, let's add like collision to 5 and 5 here. So if your hand interacts, it won't be ugly. Now let's give it a go. It must be pretty fast, nothing super serious. Yeah, already works as planned. So while it simulates, we can go to our guy, we can close this tab, and we can play with our head. Grab this one. Let's go on the top. Let's make our hair stuff. I want to start it like from here and go all the way there. Let's rotate it, hold shift, continue all the stuff. Something steady, like we're here. Now grab control, delete the pieces that you don't like. Something like this, like this, like this. Rotate it again. Delete these pieces. That looks pretty good for me. And grab simulate, add hair. Yo, that's the real rebel. Let's drop this one to like 10. And maybe we can stick with the original one. We'll save it. And let's get back to our arrow, back to Octane. Let's drop a quick preset, something steady, just to have a look. Let's drop some environment. Let's do it like that, and I still can't see the color. Where is my spectrum? I can't see the spectrum, so I think we can take gradient and drop it as a black one. Let it be visible. Drop another one. Whoop. Now let's add a link. Let's drop the textures, let's add the first one. It really doesn't matter for us. Let's hop on a look. Yep, our brush is ready. Hello, Mr. Brush. Let's hop on the materials. Let's make some tweaks. And maybe like that. Let's add some fizz. Maybe like 20. A bit of a kink, but a smaller one. And Clump it B. Mr. Clump. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. Maybe we can change the color, something brighter, something like this. Whoops. Like this. Or this. Let it be like this. Let's save it. Let's hold it while we're waiting for our close. We can cache the whole simulation. Oh, I forgot to make a dynamics. Yeah, let's delete it. Add rigid body. Play with the force like the opposite one. Yep. Now let's cache. Let's get back to our boy. Yep. Suits for me. Let's go and export it for Cinema 4D. Include the avatar, fin, and world. Okay. The most boring process. How's it going here? Yep, it already works. Hop. Hop. I think we can stay with the original one. Let's Good to go. Yeah, it feels like looks pretty good, but needs more segments, like the double. Yeah. Now it feels like we can go back. Let's give it a try. Yeah. Now it has like a magnetic field and wobbles. Let's do it like 4. Yep. Shaking is like a minimal. Now we can calculate. This piece is already exported. Now we do our color. Where is our walk? Lesson. Color. Save it. Let's pattern. We don't need an avatar. Trims. It would be single and weld. Fin. Yeah, that's good. Now our boy walks automatically. Let's save it again. Let's merge our clothes. Hello clothes. I had a problem with a new version of Marvelous. Now I have to put the object by Y upper. Now I can hide the avatar. If something goes wrong with this one, I can use this one. We can grab our clothes, or we'll let it be there. Now I want to grab our color, grab a color over here, grab our clothes, push C, delete our UV. We don't need it. We don't need this one too. Let's grab this one from the object piece, drop it over here, delete the color. Now, what do we have here? Our boy is almost ready for the simulation. We can make a quick shading. Yeah. Of course, couple of lights. Hello, Mr. Light. Let's do it by 90. Let's grab it over here. Something like that, like that. And the second one, something like that, like that. Now we'll hide them from the camera. General visibility, opacity. Grab this one. Turn this one off. Let's take a look. What feeling do we want to get? Something like 10 o'clock. Something like this, a bit lower. We can watch what are we doing with the red one. We can stick to the daylight color by 560. Something like that, like that. Maybe we can rotate this piece to something like that. Give it a try. Yeah, now we have like a more lightning feeling. Something steady, something like that. A bit from the back. Maybe upper. Maybe like that. or even like that, but with the lower amount of light. Something super steady. Let's change the colors. Let's make our material 1, 2. This is our shirt material. Let's make a quick glossy piece. Let's go with something like that. Let's add roughness, let's remove specular, add a bit of a sheen, and remove a bit of opacity. Let's do the same with the pants. Let's go maybe with a brown one. Yeah, let's do it like a glossy, a roughness, specular, super sheen, super material pants, and remove opacity to something like that. Let's save what we've done. Now we can pause our Octane, quickly grab our Turbulence Fd. Let's make some experiments on one voxel. Find our cache. Let it be a tutorial 2. Select folder. Now let's take a look on our legs. What are we planning to do? Something like this. Yeah, I think it would be enough. Let's go to our simulation. Let's close the Y border. We don't need a big amount of time. Let it be like 30. Let it be like or even like 5. We can choose, but it really doesn't matter on a low time. Let it be like a 12. Let's make it bigger. Let's add density. Let's remove all the gravity. I want to see density. Let the shader be standard. Let's move it a bit over here. Or even a bit like that. Doesn't really matter. I think it's a bit wide, you know? Something like this. I think it would be more than enough. Yep. Now, let our clothes be our collision object with like a 1 centimeter. Let's drop a camera, fix it. Now, what pieces are we willing to collide? Oops. So, an arrow, this one, I think this one. Let's have a look. This one. Let it be like a 1 fill object. And like this and like this. So this one I want to be an emitter 2. This one. Thumb. The whole hand. Index 2. Mid, pinky. Thumb, ring. So what else? Thumb. It's already hand 2. Let's go with hand, index, mid, pinky, thumb, ring. What was this one? Yeah, let it be. It's already different part. Maybe have I missed something? Yeah, now I found the thumb. Let's go up, grab our thingy, index, mid, ring, pinky, thumb, index, mid, ringy, 3. Hello, Mr. Legs. Let them emit 2. Oops, we don't need any eyes. This one. Yep, this one is 2. Foot, we need a foot 2. This foot 2. Bending part, we don't need it, we don't see it. If you want to see like a smoke going from the cloth, you can add on all pieces, you know. Hand, tongue, I think everything that I wanted. Now let's save it again. Let's hide it. Let's drop our simulation at test. But I think these boys are too big. Let's add some substeps, because our boy is raising his leg, or even like this on a file version. So yeah, let's give it a go. I see that we grabbed a wrong leg one. Let's bring this back. Let's hide our clothes. This one. Sheen. Sorry, Sheen. We don't need you. Let's get back. Only if you make like a shorter shorts, you can grab the Sheen. Okay. Testing. 1 2 1 2 testing. Looks not bad. Like the first 50 frames I'm not even counting, because nothing really happens. All the magic happens after 50 frames. Like it starts colliding, turbulence starts working, vorticity starts working. If it's a pretty big amount of movement for you, you can always change the time like to something like to 10. Because the idea was to ask smoke to stay and only to make movement with turbulence and verticity. But the base simulation just sits there and chills. Let's wait like 30 or 40 some more frames. Maybe we'll add some gravity, and maybe we will reduce the time to like 10. While it's thinking, I'll grab a tag. I'll reduce the emission. I'll drop it on the middle and make it a bit brighter. I can see already that we can reduce this one to start like from this, and maybe we'll reduce it to like 0. So yeah, let's give it a small look. Let's save it again. Let's move this thingy. First of all, let's go on a frame 1. Let's glue our light to our object. Let's take spine, neck, head, and let's glue these both bad boys to our head. And now let's open Octane. Let's move to frame like 49 or something like this. Yeah, it looks pretty the same like was on my preview. Maybe something like that, like that, and like that. Let's add a color. It was a pink one. My wife made a pink nail, so it was a pink one. Something like that. I don't actually like the lighting of all our stuff. Let's move something. Yeah, something like from over here. Maybe copy this one. Let's move it like more over here. A bit over here. Now let's make it colder. Not so bright. Something like this. Now, what else we can do? Now we can add more density. And now, maybe we can make it brighter. Something like this. And reduce the steps. Yep, something like that. Oh, of course, you can add some post-process, a bit of stuff, add something like this or this. It doesn't really matter. It's all personal. Not so shiny. Yeah, something like that, or maybe like that. We can click on over here and play with this one, or with this one, or something like even that. But it's too dark. Maybe a bit smaller amount, like a middle amount, something like this. Bigger amount like this, but a bit smaller. Yep, let's pause it. Let's make a bit more tweaks. Now let's make dissipation like 10, but it won't save any situation because our smoke time is a low one. We can give it a go with a 50. Maybe make turbulence smaller. Let's do it like 2 and 4. Let's add. Let's keep it like that. Maybe let's test it with 0.7. I want to see where's the lag. I don't want the bottom of the lag start colliding, so maybe 2 and a 2. Like this, to sort of get that ground feeling. Maybe 0.7 or around 0.5. Yep. Now let's drop it a quick test. Let's delete this one, because I'm always forgetting about deleting this stuff. And I think we can even add a bigger amount of point to our emitter, because we'll see. Not always showing. Let's have a look how it was. Yeah, the whole emission was bigger. The whole emission was bigger with the bigger parts, yeah? Because the pants are the same. And we can go like with the 70, I think. 50 can be too low. And I see the turbulence and vorticity amount is pretty big. So yeah, let's hop on an experiment with the bigger amount. Let's drop it down. Let's do it. Let's keep it on 50. But let's up these bad boys. Let's do it like 14. Let's bring it to like 8 and 4 or even 21. Dissipation, let's bring it back to 5. And now let's bring it down. Even if turbulence would be pretty big, it would be slow. Now let's test it.
Approximately 10 hours later.
So, finally, we can watch what we've got. And yeah, that's how you make it. Or close colliding, or parts emitting. They sort of stays on one place because our speed is pretty low. Now the only thing we can do is to lower our voxel to something like this to make a super cool simulation, the quality one. Density 0.7 on the moment. Don't forget to play with these two parameters to get the feeling that you really want, like the smaller amount, the quality smaller amount, or you can maybe do it like a two-sided thingy. You can even add a gradient over here, over here. Yeah, change the format like it was on my piece. It was like that. Let's move it to something like what it is, like 90. I think it was lower, like this, like this, like this, something like this. Let's give it a look. Hello, Mr. Look. Let's remove it. Whoop. Why is he not showing me like I wanted to see it? I think it's the resolution. Yeah. Something like that. Like that. Maybe like that. So yeah, guys, you got the point. That's how this piece was made. See you in the next one.